Venerable Kondañña, a noble example of humility and wisdom. In the early days of the Buddha's ministry, the very first person to fully understand the Dhamma and enter the path of liberation was Venerable Kondañña. He was one of the 5 ascetics who practiced with the Buddha before his enlightenment, and when the Buddha delivered the first sermon, Kondañña was the first to attain the stage of Sotapanna, the stream enterer. He became the first noble disciple of the Buddha. Venerable Kondañña was not only the first to realize the truth, but also the oldest among the disciples in terms of age. He had deep experience, wisdom, and seniority in the community. In many traditions, someone with such status would be highly respected, given high positions, and honored constantly. But Kondañña was not interested in praise or power. Later, 2 other disciples, Venerable Sariputra and Venerable Moggallana, joined the Sangha. They were younger than Venerable Kondañña, and had entered the monastic life later than he did. But their wisdom and spiritual abilities were extraordinary. The Buddha declared Sariputra as his chief disciple in wisdom, and Moggallana as the chief disciple in psychic powers. They were given the most honored seats, one at the Buddha's right side and the other at his left. Out of deep respect for the Buddha and his fellow monks, Venerable Kondañña did not compete for position. He quietly took a seat behind the Buddha during Dhamma talks. Even though he was the first to understand the Dhamma and the oldest monk, he had no jealousy or resentment toward Venerable Sariputra and Venerable Moggallana. He showed true humility. However, when Venerable Sariputra and Venerable Moggallana noticed Kondañña sitting behind them, they felt uneasy. They were uncomfortable being in front of someone they saw as their elder in both age and spiritual achievement. Out of deep respect for Kondañña, they did not want to be honored above him. Sensing this, Venerable Kondañña made a noble decision. He chose to leave the gatherings quietly. Without any complaint, he went to live alone in the Himalayas, in the peaceful forests, far away from the large communities. There, he continued his meditation in deep solitude, without seeking recognition or status. He left not out of disappointment, but out of kindness, so that others could practice freely, without feeling burdened by his presence. This was a powerful act of compassion and renunciation. Venerable Kondañña had never sought honor in the first place. In a past life, he had made a wish to become someone who understood the Dhamma early. He did not wish for titles or leadership. That is why, even when others were given higher roles, he was never jealous. He had already attained what he truly desired, the Dhamma. The Buddha praised Kondañña for his humble character, his simplicity, and his true understanding of the path. He was someone who practiced not to impress others, but to free himself from suffering and to help others do the same. Even though he was the first to awaken, he did not think of himself as special. He did not try to lead others or speak loudly. He practiced noble silence, mindful walking, and deep meditation. He lived in the forests, far from praise and distraction. His life reminds us of what it truly means to follow the path. In today's world, many people seek recognition, position, and approval from others. Venerable Kondañña's life offers a different kind of example. His humility teaches us that true nobility does not come from titles or positions, but from our inner transformation and compassionate actions. We can all learn something important from him. Let go of ego and pride. Support others without seeking reward. Walk the path for truth, not for fame. May we follow the noble example of Venerable Kondañña, and may his story continue to inspire our journey toward freedom and peace.